What's up, YouTube? This is your girl, Benet, and I am so happy to be on here today to do this video because I have made it through my first 4 weeks of doing the keto diet, and I'm proud to say I have dropped 12 pounds. So for this video, I'm going to go through what my experience was during weeks 3 and 4. And I guess talk about what are my next steps are going to be. Okay, so going back to week 3, and I have my notes here. Week 3 really wasn't any different than week 2. I was still very much highly motivated in my meal planning and sticking to my daily macros, which at that time, and it actually still is today, is sticking to less than 20 grams of carbs and drinking only water. So staying away from those beverages that had those hidden sugars that I came across in week number 2, and just being committed to the diet itself. I still continue to experience the keto flu symptom of a dull headache. If no one's ever told you or mentioned that, when they say keto flu, it's just really your body adjusting to the keto diet, and you might experience things like headaches or fatigue. So both of those I still continued to deal with during week 3. And I had mentioned in my last video that around week 2, towards the end of week 2, I did re-up my supply of Powerade no sugar, which to me tastes better than Gatorade Zero. So drinking the Powerade no sugar drinks definitely helped with keeping my electrolytes in check and relieving me of the headaches that I was getting. But I also learned to incorporate pink Himalayan salt. And I learned that from being in being in the one keto group that I'm on Facebook, and then also just looking at other YouTubers that are doing the keto diet. It was suggested to purchase pink Himalayan salt because that is also full of electrolytes, which your body needs. So there were a couple of days where I would drink some water with a couple drops of stevia and a little bit of lemon, mix that with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, and felt great the whole day. I don't even think during those couple of days where I did that, I had a headache at all. So that was also my solution for dealing with whatever headache feelings that I was encountering. My hunger during week 3, pretty much had no feelings of it. When I would wake up in the morning, I pretty much would continue to fast as long as possible. So I really wouldn't start eating until around 11:30. And at that time, it was, I usually would just start off my day with a cup of my coffee with my collagen protein powder mixed in. But for the most part, every morning when I get up, I do start my day with a cup of herbal tea, just to, I guess, wake up my body. And I try to get in at least a first full 20 ounces of water just to also hydrate myself as well. So nothing really exciting happened during week 3, but here's where the excitement did step in. Week 4. Let me go ahead and turn the page on that one. Week 4 is where everything started to go downhill. Well, maybe not necessarily downhill, but I definitely started to have some challenges that I was not prepared for. So between week 3 and week 4, I must have miscalculated the amount of food that I had purchased from going to Costco and Kroger. Or maybe I was just eating very well during week 3 that I didn't realize that I was starting to run out of my meal options for lunch. Again, I work from home, so for the most part, I don't leave my house unless I have to. And so during week 4, and this was like right at the beginning of the week, I realized that I didn't have anything to eat for lunch. Breakfast, I was straight away because I have continued to eat my 2 eggs with either bacon or sausage, and then drink my coffee. But when it came to lunch options, I didn't have any. So this is where I learned yet another lesson while being on this diet. Fast food options while on the keto diet suck. It's terrible. I didn't realize just how much I missed Popeyes, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, McDonald's French fries, Wendy's French fries, anything fried. Like, all of the fast food places that are around my neighborhood, I had to seriously drive past them because I knew I could not eat anything that they had to offer. But that was my initial mindset. So, if you've seen in my last video, you may have seen me mention that Chipotle is my go-to. And Chipotle has the easiest keto-friendly options there. So for lunch, at least 3 days during week 4, I had Chipotle. But that got tired real quick. So that's where I had to start doing some more research. And, thanks to Google, if you start looking into fast food options, keto fast food options on Google, you'll come up with the various menu items that these fast food companies offer that you may not have ever paid attention to before. So like Chick-fil-A, I would constantly go to Chick-fil-A to get a chicken sandwich, combo meal, or even their regular nuggets, but I learned that they actually have grilled nuggets. So one of the days during that week, I went to Chick-fil-A and I just so happened to had leftover salad mix in my refrigerator. So that was my dilemma. It was like, okay, I had salad, but I didn't have a protein to go with it. So what am I going to do? I went to Chick-fil-A and actually got their grilled chicken nuggets in an 8 count and a unsweet tea, and got home, mixed that with my salad and avocado ranch dressing. My unsweet tea, I actually put about 2 drops of monk fruit in that, and I was good to go. And I was very proud of myself for coming up with that option because a girl was struggling. Okay, so yeah, for week 4, I learned the lesson of figuring out what other fast food options are available to me and making it work within my macros. With Chipotle and grilled chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A, and then the pizza bowls from Marco's, I was actually able to still maintain my macros and still stay up under 19 grams of carbs during that week. I did a lot of adjustments as far as making sure whatever I was eating didn't throw me off. So if that meant that I needed to eat maybe a little bit more fat, then I added, more butter to my eggs. Or if it meant that I needed to eat a little bit more protein, then I added a little bit more chicken to whatever meal, or whatever meat to whatever meal that I was eating. Ironically, dinner during week 4 was not an issue. So what I had done was, when I had went grocery shopping the 2 weeks prior, I had came up with what I was going to eat for dinner over the next 2 weeks. So for dinners, I was pretty much eating greens and beef tenderloins. And then my husband had made salmon one night, so I had that with some salad. And then I think another night I might have had my Marco's leftover pizza or what have you. So my dinner options were fine and taken care of. It was just my lunch options. And then also my snacks. So I typically snack on pork rinds or pecans, and I ran out of my pecans. So because I was missing that little handy snack where I can just throw in my mouth and eat, I started to, feel like I was missing something. But I definitely made up for all of this by going to the grocery store at the end of week 4 and making sure I stocked up on everything that I was going to need for the next 2 weeks forward. So after being on the keto diet for 4 weeks, I can say that I am starting to feel a difference in my body composition. I don't feel as heavy. I'm starting to see the results, not only on the scale, but just physically as I look at myself. And even my husband has made several comments that, you know, my rump area is normally a wagon and now it's starting to look like a cart. So I guess that means I need to start doing squats. Other parts of my body, like my neck area, and which I call my gobble, which my husband also loves, this is starting to go down, which I'm so happy, because I could tell I was holding a lot of weight in my face and neck area, but it's starting to go down, and just slimming down in areas. So this is where you may hear that when it comes to the keto diet, you don't really want to track your progress on the scale, which you know, it's nice. It's nice to see that scale go down, but it can also be a point of discouragement when that scale isn't moving. But you know you are losing, or at least you know things are changing, because you are losing inches. Your clothes are starting to fit a little loosely. And then, like I said, you start to see the difference in your body, or you see it within various parts of your body. So what's next? Now that I've completed 4 weeks, I am continuing on. I do want to get to my goal weight. So my starting weight when I started in July was 220 pounds. Now that I've lost 12 pounds, I'm down to 208. So my initial goal that I've set for myself is to just get below 200. So if I get to 199 in the next month, I would be happy. But I don't know where I want to go next with that. But I'm just very proud of my progress so far after 4 weeks of doing this diet. And like I said, it's a learning experience. Just about every day I am learning something new. Just because, you know, I might make my macros for the day doesn't mean that there's no room to see what other foods are available for me to eat, or to see what other types of activity I can start incorporating. And I believe that's the good thing about this diet. It's the flexibility. Yeah, it might not seem like it's flexible when it comes to the things that you're eating, but like I had to explain to my mother, there are certain things that I just don't necessarily want to eat, and I'm okay with that. I've gone out to dinner with my family on Sundays, and the last place we went to was Texas Roadhouse. You know, buttered biscuits, fried everything, fried food, everything, and I was able to sit there and have a Cobb salad with chicken and ranch dressing, and I was satisfied. Now, don't get me wrong. I could go for a nice basket of some French fries right about now, just because French fries is bae. But bae is to the left right now. So until I get to my goal weight and see how my body is, I am good with just sticking to this diet for now and figuring out how I'm going to start incorporating those foods back into my diet. So I believe that's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, just go ahead and click that subscribe button and the like button, and I will check y'all out on my next video.